There's a side of Latin America that most people don't talk about. Not the beaches, not the music, not the culture we all love, but something darker. Stories of crime, so disturbing, they still echo through entire countries, even decades later. Some of these cases were never fully solved. Others reveal horrors that people still struggle to understand. And tonight, we are going to hear 5 of them. Real cases, real victims, real nightmares. Top 5 most disturbing crimes in Latin America. December 1997, Chiapas, Mexico. Inside a small church, a group of indigenous people gathered to pray. They weren't armed, they weren't fighting, they were simply hoping for peace. But outside something was coming. Armed men entered the village. What followed was chaos. Dozens of innocent people were killed. What makes this case even more disturbing is not just the violence, it's the question that came after. Who allowed this to happen? For many, those questions still don't have clear answers. Juárez City, a border city, busy, alive, but during the 1990s, something changed. Women started disappearing. And first, it didn't seem connected. One case, then another. But then dozens, then hundreds, and fear began to grow. Many of the victims were young. Many cases were never solved. Imagine living in a place where people vanish and no one can tell you why, where families search for answers and find silence instead. This wasn't just about crime, it became a symbol of something deeper: neglect, injustice, and forgotten voices. The El Mozote Massacre, El Salvador. El Salvador, 1981. In the middle of a brutal civil war, there was a village called El Mozote. Small, quiet, isolated, but one day everything changed. Military forces entered the area. What happened next would become one of the darkest events in Latin America history. Hundreds of civilians were killed, entire families gone. For years, people denied it. Some say it never happened. Others tried to bury the truth. But truth has a way of coming back. And when it did, the reality was even worse than people imagined. Luis Alfredo Garavito. In Colombia, a man walked among everyone else, quiet, ordinary, no one suspected him. That man was Luis Alfredo Garavito. He approached children, gaining their trust. And over time, authorities began to uncover something terrifying. The scale of his crimes shocked not only Colombia, but the entire world. How could someone do this for so long without being stopped? That's what makes this case so disturbing. Not just what he did, but how invisible he was. Sometimes evil doesn't look like what we expect. Number 1. Pedro Alonso López, the monster of the Andes. They called him the monster of the Andes. Pedro Alonso López. He operated across multiple countries, moving from place to place unnoticed. For years, no one connected the dots, until they did. When he was finally captured, His confession shocked investigators. The numbers of victims was almost impossible to comprehend. But here's the part that feels unreal. After serving time, he was released, and then he disappeared. No confirmed location, no clear trail. It's like he vanished into thin air. These stories are heavy, and they're not easy to hear, but they matter, because behind every case, they are real people who were never given justice, and stories that should never be forgotten. Latin America is more than these tragedies, but understanding them helps us understand the reality behind the headlines. Which story affects you the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.